Have you ever woken from a dream so vivid that it felt like a direct message from God? Imagine if each of these dreams could be a window to something greater, a revelation that changes lives. I remember one night when, upon closing my eyes, I was transported to a scenario that defied logic but resonated deeply within my soul. What lies hidden behind these nighttime experiences? It's a profound mystery, isn't it? Some people go through life without realizing that while they sleep, the Creator might be trying to communicate with them. What if I told you that there are 7 types of dreams in which God speaks directly to your heart? Dreams that can bring comfort, warnings, or even an urgent calling. Have you ever stopped to think about what your subconscious might be revealing? Every image, every feeling could be a divine echo, a message whispered in the shadows of the night. Allow yourself to dive into this journey and discover how these dreams can transform your perception of life and spirituality. Get ready, because what follows could change everything you believe about the invisible world around you. When I think about how different religions interpret dreams, I'm fascinated by the variety of meanings that can be attributed to these nighttime experiences. In many traditions, dreams are seen as a channel of communication between the divine and humanity. For example, in Christianity, there are several biblical passages where dreams play crucial roles, such as Joseph's dream, which guided him to accept Mary as his wife. This leads me to reflect on how religions shape our perceptions and expectations of what we dream. It's interesting to note that in some indigenous cultures, dreams are considered true visions, and dreaming is a spiritual practice in itself. They believe that through dreaming, the soul can venture into other realms and bring back wisdom and guidance. This idea that dreams can serve as portals to the sacred makes me think about how many times I have ignored my own dreams, underestimating their value and messages. In Islamic tradition, dreams are equally significant. Muslims believe that dreams can be divine, and there is even a distinction between dreams that come from God, those that stem from the self, and those influenced by external forces. This makes me question the nature of my dreams and whether they have been a form of dialogue with something greater. Is it possible that, amidst the hectic routine of daily life, I've lost the ability to hear these subtle messages? Moreover, the interpretation of dreams is not limited to religious contexts. Even within the same tradition, different schools of thought may offer divergent interpretations. A dream that one group views as a sign of blessing may be seen as a warning by another. This multiplicity of interpretations reinforces the idea that dreams are, in fact, reflections of our own beliefs and experiences. In conclusion, when considering dream interpretation within religious traditions, I realize this is a rich and complex area. Each religion provides a unique lens through which dreams can be viewed, and this diversity invites me to explore more about how my own spirituality relates to what I dream. It's an invitation to delve deeper into my own dreams and to embrace the messages they may offer. I've heard stories of people who have had prophetic dreams, and honestly, that always intrigues me. The idea that a dream might predict future events is both fascinating and frightening. One example that comes to mind is the famous dream of Nebuchadnezzar, described in the Bible, which prophesied the rise and fall of great empires. This leads me to think about the responsibility that comes with such dreams. If I were to have a dream that foretold something important, how would I react? Many believe that prophetic dreams are not just a matter of luck or coincidence, but rather a skill that some possess to connect with the divine. This makes me wonder if there are signs or patterns we can learn to recognize in our own dreams. Have I ever had a dream that came true and simply didn't realize it? This idea makes me want to pay more attention to the details of my dreams. Additionally, the interpretation of prophetic dreams can vary according to culture and religion. In some traditions, these dreams are viewed as direct messages from God, while in others, they might be considered mere coincidences. This diversity of perspectives leads me to reflect on how my beliefs may influence the way I interpret the dreams I have. It's a fine line between faith and reason, and I wonder where I fit into this equation. An interesting aspect of prophetic dreams is how they can serve to alert or prepare people for future events. For example, stories of people who dreamed of natural disasters or tragedies and felt compelled to act based on those dreams are common. This makes me think about the importance of paying attention to our dreams and being willing to act upon the intuition they provide. Ultimately, when reflecting on prophetic dreams, I realize they invite us to explore the depths of our consciousness and our connection to something greater than ourselves. This quest for meaning can be a transformative journey, leading us to question not only what we dream, but also what those dreams may reveal about ourselves and the world around us. When discussing common symbols in dreams, a world of meanings opens up before me. There are certain items, images, and scenarios that seem to repeatedly appear in people's dreams. For instance, dreaming of water is often associated with emotions and our overall emotional well-being. This makes me consider how, during moments of stress or joy, water can reflect what I am feeling internally. I have caught myself dreaming of giant waves or calm waters during crucial moments in my life. Another symbol that frequently appears in dreams is flying. Many interpret this dream as a desire for freedom or an escape from problems. Personally, I have always associated these dreams with times when I feel I am overcoming obstacles in my life. The sensation of floating in the air is almost like relief, a reminder that, regardless of the difficulties, there is always room for lightness and freedom. Animals also play an important role in dreams. They can represent primal instincts or aspects of our personality. For example, dreaming of snakes can symbolize transformation or fear, depending on the context. Personally, I have dreamed of animals that were not present in my waking life, and this has made me reflect on what those animals might symbolize for me. The connection we feel with these symbols is unique and personal. Colors are also a significant element in dreams. The color red can evoke passion or anger, while blue may suggest tranquility. When reviewing my dreams, I notice that colors often reflect my emotional state or the situations I am facing. What fascinates me is how the same color can have different meanings for each person, depending on their experiences and personal associations. Finally, identifying and interpreting these symbols in dreams can be a powerful tool for self-awareness. As we learn to recognize what these symbols mean to us, we can begin to understand our fears, desires, and unresolved issues better. This journey of interpretation can be not only revealing, but also transformative, helping us navigate the complexities of life in a more conscious way. Our dreams, that blend of fantasy and reality that takes us to worlds that sometimes seem more real than waking life. I have always wondered if they could really be divine messages. I don't know about you, but I've heard stories of people who believe they received guidance or revelations through their dreams. It's fascinating to think that while we sleep, something greater might be trying to communicate with us. Once, a friend told me about a dream he had after a period of intense spiritual searching. He saw a bright light and heard a gentle voice telling him to follow his heart. That experience changed the course of his life. He decided to change careers, and through that, he found a purpose he had never felt before. I wondered, could this type of experience be common? In my research, I discovered that many people report dreams that transformed their lives. It's as if, during sleep, we access a higher plane of existence. Moreover, there are those who report dreams featuring religious figures such as saints or angels. These experiences are particularly touching. Imagining that while we sleep, we might be in contact with beings of light is something that inspires us to seek more. These dreams are not just random images, they seem to have intention, a message that invites us to reflect on our choices and paths. This makes me think about the connection we all have with the divine, even if unconsciously. Another interesting perspective is that these dreams can serve as agreements between the dreamer and the divine. When we allow ourselves to dream and believe that there is something more, we can open doors to transformation. I remember a time when I dreamed of an old mentor. He told me not to be afraid to take risks. It was such a vivid dream that upon waking, I felt a wave of courage wash over me. Perhaps these dreams function in this way, as reminders that we are always being guided. Finally, the experience of spiritual dreams should not be underestimated. They connect us to aspects of ourselves that we often overlook. When we are open to these experiences, we can find answers to questions we never dared to ask. Each dream can be a key, an opportunity for growth and understanding. And who knows, perhaps the universe is just waiting for us to be ready to listen. Have you ever woken up from an incredible dream, full of details, only to have everything fade from your mind within minutes? That has always left me feeling frustrated. Remembering dreams can be a challenge, but I've learned that there are some techniques that can help improve this ability. The first is to keep a dream journal. As soon as I wake up, I grab a notebook and write down everything I can remember, even if it's just fragments. Over time, this practice becomes a habit, and soon you'll start to recall more. Another technique I found useful is to mentally prepare before going to sleep. Before I close my eyes, I affirm to myself that I want to remember my dreams. This simple intention seems to make all the difference. It's as if, by putting it into words, I'm giving my subconscious permission to help me remember. Additionally, it's important to create a sleep-friendly environment free of distractions. A tranquil setting can facilitate a deeper connection with dreams. Another tip is to pay attention to your emotional state before sleeping. If we're anxious or stressed, it can affect the quality of our dreams and our ability to remember them. So, I often practice some deep breathing or even a brief meditation before bed. This helps me relax and enter a more receptive state, both for the dreams themselves and for the messages they may contain. It's interesting to note that over time the practice of recalling dreams becomes almost an adventure. Each time I wake up and can remember a dream, it feels like opening a gift. This anticipation makes me more attentive to the details of my dreams and, consequently, to the meanings they may hold. It's an exercise in self-discovery and spiritual connection. Ultimately, remembering dreams is a skill that can be developed. With time and practice, you can not only recall more of your dreams, but also uncover the wealth of information and insights they can offer. The quest for these divine messages then becomes a fascinating journey. Have you ever thought about the power of intention? Before I sleep, I always make a conscious effort to define what I want to explore during the night. Intention acts like a beacon that illuminates our path, guiding our thoughts and dreams. When we set a clear intention, it seems that our subconscious aligns itself to help us achieve that goal. For example, one night I decided that I wanted to gain a better understanding of a complicated situation at work. Before sleeping, I visualized the answer I was seeking and affirmed that I wanted to dream about it. To my surprise, I had a dream that felt like a direct conversation with my intuition, providing me with the clarity I so desperately needed. This experience made me realize that intention is a powerful ally in the search for divine messages. Moreover, intention can influence not only the content of dreams, but also the quality of sleep. When I go to bed with a purpose, I feel that my sleep is deeper and more restorative. This, in turn, enhances my ability to remember dreams upon waking. It's as if intention serves as a portal to a higher state of consciousness, where divine communication becomes more accessible. Another interesting aspect is that intention can be used for emotional healing. If I'm dealing with a personal or emotional issue, I focus on it before going to sleep. It's almost like asking for help. In dreams, we often encounter symbols that speak directly to our hearts, offering solutions and insights that we can't access during the day. This process becomes almost therapeutic. Finally, intention invites reflection. As we prepare for sleep, we can ask ourselves, what do I really want to understand or discover? This simple practice can transform the way we experience our dreams, turning them into not just moments of rest, but also opportunities for spiritual growth and self-discovery. With this, we realize that we are always in search of answers, and dreams are a valuable pathway to find them. It's curious how dreams, often perceived as mere phenomena of sleep, can act as guides on our spiritual journey. When I lie down at night, I often ask myself, what will I learn tonight while I'm in the dream world? It's an intriguing feeling to think that while my mind rests, it may be receiving messages or directions that can help me in my everyday decisions. This connection between dreams and the search for spiritual guidance is something that many throughout history have recognized and explored. I remember a time when I was faced with a pivotal moment in my life. I was uncertain about a career change that could impact not only my professional life, but also my personal life. That night, I dreamed I was walking along a path in a dense forest, illuminated by a soft light that seemed to come from within me. The feeling of calm and clarity was so intense that upon waking, I realized the answer about the change had been inside me all along. This type of experience is not isolated. Many can recount dreams that seem to guide them during times of uncertainty. The relationship between dreams and spiritual direction is often marked by a sense of intuition. Many believe that by paying attention to our dreams, we can access an inner wisdom that helps us discern the path to take. This intuition is not merely a product of the subconscious, but for some, a direct connection to the divine. It's as if, while dreaming, we are opening a door to receive guidance that we often overlook in the hustle and bustle of daily life. Moreover, dreams can serve as a mirror to our soul, revealing fears, desires, and longings that we may not be conscious of during the day. Sometimes, what we dream can show us what we need to confront or change in our lives. The practice of reflecting on dreams, writing them down, and interpreting them can become a powerful tool in the quest for spiritual direction. Over time, I found that this reflection not only helped me understand myself better, but also enabled me to make decisions more aligned with my true purpose. Ultimately, the relationship between dreams and spiritual direction is a constant invitation to self-exploration. By allowing ourselves to dream and explore the meanings behind those dreams, we can find a clearer and more meaningful path in our lives. It's a reminder that even in times of uncertainty, there is a source of wisdom within us, ready to be accessed if we are willing to listen. Warning or caution dreams are fascinating and often leave a deep mark on our memory. Who hasn't woken up from a distressing dream, feeling that it was more than just a creation of the mind? These dreams may seem strange or even terrifying, but they often carry important messages that we should consider. I, for instance, have had dreams that made me reflect on situations unfolding in my life, suggesting that I should pay more attention to certain aspects. One of the most impactful dreams I had was one in which I saw a bridge collapsing in front of me. In the dream, I hesitated to cross, and the feeling of danger was palpable. Upon waking, I realized this dream wasn't just a reflection of an unconscious fear, but a warning to reconsider certain personal relationships that were deteriorating. Sometimes, dreams manifest as metaphors for situations we need to confront, and it is essential to pay attention to these signals. Identifying these warning dreams can be challenging. Often, they come disguised as everyday situations that, at first glance, seem harmless. However, by analyzing the emotional content and the underlying message, we can recognize that there is something deeper to consider. In my case, developing a practice of writing down my dreams and reflecting on them allowed me to identify patterns and messages that weren't immediately obvious. Another dimension to consider is the role of intuition. Often, these alerting dreams can act as a form of intuition, helping us to perceive dangers or situations that we might otherwise overlook in our waking lives. It's almost as if our subconscious is attuned to something greater, guiding us towards safety. This leads us to reflect on the importance of trusting our instincts and feelings, both in our dreams and in our daily lives. In conclusion, warning or caution dreams serve as reminders that we are more than just rational beings. We possess a spiritual and intuitive dimension that often manifests while we sleep. By opening ourselves to these experiences, we can become more aware of our choices and actions, guiding us toward a life that is more aligned and secure. The practice of meditation and prayer before sleeping has become essential in my routine. For me, it's like creating a sacred space that prepares me for the night. When I close my eyes and connect with my spirituality, I feel like I'm opening myself up to receive meaningful messages during sleep. Meditation, in particular, helps calm my mind and clear the thoughts that can prevent me from accessing this deeper dimension. During these moments of meditation, I allow my mind to wander, but I always return to the present, focusing on my breath and the feelings that arise. This practice not only helps me relax, but also tunes me into what truly matters. Often, after meditating, I feel a sense of clarity that accompanies me through the night and can manifest in revealing dreams. It's as if by silencing my mind, I create space for something greater to emerge. Prayer, on the other hand, is a way to communicate my desires and concerns to something beyond myself. When I pray before sleeping, I feel like I'm surrendering my doubts and yearnings to the universe. I ask for guidance and protection, and curiously, these requests often reflect in the dreams I have. I sense that by expressing my vulnerability, I create space for important messages to arise while I sleep. Moreover, this nightly practice helps me end the day in a state of gratitude. By reflecting on the day's experiences and giving thanks for them, I can go to bed with a lighter mind. This positive attitude seems to influence the quality of my dreams and how I interpret the messages I receive. For me, gratitude is a powerful spiritual tool that, when incorporated into meditation and prayer, forms a solid foundation for a meaningful dream experience. Ultimately, the practice of meditation and prayer before sleep is a way to cultivate a deeper connection with my spirituality. By creating this routine, I not only prepare myself for significant dreams, but also align with my inner essence. It's a daily invitation to reflection and surrender, allowing me to explore the depths of my being while I dream. As we reflect on these 7 dreams in which God speaks to us, it's essential to remember that He communicates in surprising and profound ways. Have you ever stopped to consider the importance of paying attention to these moments? Each dream can be a divine message, an invitation for deeper reflection on our lives and our purpose. Imagine if one of these dreams holds the key to understanding a challenge you're currently facing. Have you allowed yourself to hear God's voice during the night? Or have you been ignoring these powerful signs? I encourage you to write down your dreams and seek to understand the lessons they bring. Who knows, what you might consider just a nighttime fantasy could be a clear direction from God for your life. So, which of these dreams resonated with you the most? Have you ever had a dream that changed your perspective? Share your experiences in the comments. Let's build a space for exchange and learning together. Remember, each dream can be a step toward your divine purpose. So, stay alert and open your heart. What else might God be revealing to you while you sleep?